Welcome to your morning stretch. Interlace your fingers round your shoulder blades and try and draw your fingertips apart and away from each other. Take a deep breath in and extend your right arm right up to the sky, leaning up and over, drawn in the navel, spiraling the heart up towards the sky. Exchange sides, ensuring that you have a long spine before you lean in. Once again, twist in the upper torso, bringing your heart skyward. Roll your shoulders to release the neck, drawing them up to the earlobes, a couple of times forward and backwards. Finding all fours, you're going to round your spine and gently rock forward and backwards and side to side. Allow the navel to drop and the heart to push forward through the arms, coming into cat. Doing this a few times to bring some mobility and strength into the spine. Glancing over the shoulders right and left will bring a nice release again to the neck. Walk the hands forward and find downward facing dog, pedaling out the heels a few times to release the calves, the hamstrings, the lower back. This is a full body stretch. Take the left leg to the sky into three-legged downward facing dog and heel towards the opposite bum cheek. Taking your time, exchanging sides. Root into your hands and lift the knee right up. From there, gently walk all the way to the top edge of your mat and dangle from the hips. Sway right and left, releasing all the muscles of the upper body and of the back body. Take a deep breath in, spiral the arms all the way up, then exhale nice and heavy, release the arms, let them sway. This is a beautiful exercise to release stress. Breathe out, drop down nice and heavy. Try not to control this movement too much, allow it to be organic. Inhale, flat back, long spine, and then exhale to close down, stepping the right leg back. Ground to the knee and interlace your fingers at the base of the spine, pulling open, bringing a beautiful new energy into the chest. Lifting the back knee and spiraling into a twist. Stepping back into plank, keep the legs strong. And then lift your hips to downward facing dog. And then breathe out and come back to plank. From downward facing dog, you're going to step your right foot forward, grounding the back knee. Once again, we're going to open into that chest area. Draw the knuckles down and back. Lifting that back knee, coming into a spinal twist again. This is beautiful and detoxifying. From plank, you're going to lead with the left and the right knee towards the heart center, working on your core strength and stability. Root into your hands and draw your navel in. Lift to downward facing dog and ground the heels. Float with control to your knees and find a resting pose, child's pose, forehead down, tailbone nice and heavy, drawing back to the heels. Finding all fours, taking your time, and then walk your hand right and left to the outer edges of the mat, coming into puppy dog pose or melting heart. Allow the sit bones to reach up to the sky and the heart to melt down to the mat. Take your time as you edge out of this pose, supporting yourself with your hands, finding all fours. Take the right arm underneath the left elbow. The left arm reaches up and over, reaching for that inner thigh, coming into a bind. changing sides, rooting into the mat to find strength to rise. And the left arm sweeps underneath the right elbow. The right hand goes all the way up and reaches back and behind. It really doesn't matter if you can't find the inner thigh. Just make sure that you're working towards your own edge. Release, find all fours and stretch yourself back into downward facing dog. Left leg goes to the sky into three-legged downward facing dog. Squaring the hips, rooting down and exchange sides. Bring some gentle organic movement in. You may want to bind, bounce, move. Or you may wish to hold some stillness in your poses. Listen to your body. Float forward into plank and then come down into chaturanga. Elbows in, lifting the heart, pulling the elbows back before we lift into downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, roots down into your heels and your hands. These are the foundations of your pose. You're going to find all fours. Sit back on the heels, elongate your spine. Right arm lifts. You breathe out as you pour your body over towards the left side, lifting up off the ribs. Exchange sides, taking your time, always connecting with the breath. Find yourself in a forward fold before you unravel and slowly come to standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathe in, arms circle up. Exhale, mountain pose. Connecting with the breath, doing this for a few rounds. Slowly coming into a forward fold and walking your hands forward into plank position. Opening up now into a side plank, lifting your hips, hands under shoulders, switching sides, drawing the navel in. Coming back to plank and down into chaturanga, baby cobra, and a push into upward facing dog if it feels okay. Let the hips fall forward as you pull the shoulders up, back and down. Feeling a beautiful stretch in the front body into the abdominals. Stretch the right arm forward. As you twist yourself onto your side, bring the knee up towards your chest, eye gaze towards the sky, or you can look in the opposite direction to your knee. Staying connected with your breath and working only towards the edge of any posture. Adjust yourself so that you can come into a happy baby pose. You're going to grip the outer edges of your feet and draw the knees to the outer edges of the body, down towards the earth. Opening into your hips. Legs long. Slowly descend with strong straight legs for a few reps to really fire up the abdominals. Bend the knees, drop them down, and we're going to exchange sides now on the spinal twist. Knee into chest as you gently press the knee down towards the mat. Eye gaze to the sky or to the opposite direction of the knee. Taking a deep breath in, extend your arms and your legs. Welcome to Shavasana. If time allows, please do stay here for a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes. Allowing the practice to settle. Connecting with your breath. In your own time, you're going to gather the knees in towards the chest. Maybe do some subtle movements from right to left. Sit tall, sit proud. Take a moment to reflect on the practice. Isn't it amazing what we can do in 10 minutes? Practicing gratitude together is powerful. From my heart to your heart. Namaste.